And even summon the carrot. And even summon the carrot. Ooh. No hand traps. Alcoholic takes the game and tie everything. 9 even. 3-1 for Alcoholic. 1-1 for Quebra-Nozes. Now it's match point. Who wins this? Takes everything. And they are back. They are already back, chat.
見落としてはいけない大事な瞬間がここにある気がする。
魔術の札にて決着をつけましょう。デュエル。私のターン。私はモンスターを召喚。モンスター効果発動。私はモンスターを特殊召喚。私はモンスターをエクシーズ召喚。モンスター効果発動。モンスターをエクシーズ召喚。
この瞬間モンスター効果発動。
モンスター効果発動。私のターンは終了です。
行くわ。私のターンドロー。もう力に飲まれたりしないわ。モンスターを通常召喚。モンスター効果発動。行くわ。モンスターを特殊召喚。モンスター効果発動。冷たい炎で世界の全てを包み込む。現れよ。
モンスター効果発動。この瞬間モンスター効果発動。
手札から速攻魔法発動。行くわ。モンスターを特殊召喚。モンスターをシンクロ召喚。モンスター効果発
動。無駄です。モンスター効果発動。私はモンスターを特殊召喚。
バトル。さあモンスターで攻撃するわ。
無駄です。モンスター効果。
私はターンを終了するわ。
ドロー。モンスター効果発動。モンスターを特殊召喚。モンスター効果発動。さあモンスターを特殊召喚。 ーズ召喚。
分かっていたわ。リバースカードよ。速攻魔法発動。
さあモンスターを召喚。モンスター効果発動。私はモンスターを特殊召喚。モンスター効果発動。私はモンスターをエクシーズ召喚。モンスター効果発動。モンスターを特殊召喚。バトルフェイズ。よしモンスターで攻撃。
立ち止まるわけには。
モンスター効果発動。消えてください。モンスター
私
恐れを捨てて。それは永遠に争いを生み出す。
見るがいい。さらなる進化の可能性を。デュエリストとして上を目指したくば、まずは私を乗り越えていけ。
魔術の
デュエル。私 DD 魔導賢者ケプ DD 魔導賢者ケプラーのモンスター効果発動。永続魔法地獄門の契約書の効果発動。カツモモンスターをペンデュラム召喚。すべて DD 魔導賢者トーマス DD 魔導賢者トーマスのモンスター効果発動。 DDD モンスター効果発動。
まだ
カードをセット。ターンエンド。まずは万全な体勢を作る
ドロー。
がすぐに私が崩してみせよ
モンスター効果発動。私はモンスターを特殊召喚。モンスター効果発動。私はモンスターを特殊召喚。
そうはさせん。リバースカード 速攻魔法発動。
モンスターを召喚。モンスター効果発動。来て。モンスターを特殊召喚。来て。モンスターをエクシーズ召喚。モンスター効果発動。
そうはさせん。モンスター効果発動。
モンスター効果発動。さあ、モンスターをエクシーズ召喚。カードをセット。モンスター効果発動。ターンエンド。さあ、あなたのターンです。
私のターン。ドロー。地獄門の契約書の効果発動。なるほど。地獄門の契約書の効果発動。ペンデュラムスケールをセッティング。DD オルトロスのペンデュラム効果発動。ペンデュラムスケールをセッティング。モンスターをペンデュラム召喚。現れ DDD 海地王アビス・ラグナロクのモンスター効果発動。 DDD海地王アビス・ラグナロクのモンスター効果発動。
無駄です。モンスター効果発動。
ドをセットバトルだ誰や攻撃だ
Hello? I'm here. Did I just go through this whole stream thinking my mic was connected? All right. So first of all, hello everybody. I'm here. I didn't realize I wasn't here. Second of all, so I forgot that before the end of last time I had my computer on like 2 days ago, I was like, all right. I guess, my computer's been blue screening. Let me cope mad hard and install Windows 11 on my computer. It's been begging me to do it. So I was like, all right. And then I'm like, didn't turn on my computer for 2 days. I turned it on like right now and I was like, oh God, I got to update like 2 seconds before the war starts. And so that happened. And then I was like, oh yeah, I can't hear anything. So I was like, I obviously got to change my headset settings again, but didn't have the peace of mind to do the same thing for my for my mic settings. So it was defaulted to, I don't know, Logitech mic or some dumb nonsense. So this whole time I thought nobody wanted to listen to me, which is probably has nothing to do with the situation since it's likely still true. But I've been here just talking my heart out. Like, I've been pogging. There's so many cool moments. There was double tour guide top decks. I was so excited. And y'all didn't get to see any of that. So hopefully we'll be able to fix that from here. Let me go ahead and fix the logo situation as well. Fortunately, I'm not able to use our typical app to update that. So I'll just do it the good old-fashioned way of being a resizer. All right. Let's see. We got ourselves some plays, but at this point, I'm too far gone from the duel to be able to adequately comment on it. So you guys can look, and I'll make sure that everything else is set up over here. So we got the logos on this scene, and we got the logos on this scene in a moment. But yeah, thank you so much, since apparently nobody heard me say it. Thank you so much for the raid earlier, and I hope you had a wonderful cast, guy. Doing God's work, like I said before, and nobody heard. All right, so we got ourselves another Beatrice. This Burning Abyss player has been pulling it as much as they can from behind, and it's been wonderful. All right, let me add another scene for chat as well, just because I know that I believe it's synced up to the Team Wars one. And since Team Wars, I don't think is casting anymore for tonight, we'll just go ahead and include our chat as well, temporarily. All right, so Book of Moon under Ragnarok, going to be able to keep it alive, keeping the resources up, and getting to add with the Skarm a Libic in the end phase. Nobody answered that question. I can't. Nobody answered the poll. I'm self-conscious. Also, I hope you guys know I was giving big, massive confidence to Freshie and Sean, and every one of you must know it because otherwise it doesn't count. All right, going to go ahead, Gate, add the Slimy Boy from the deck to the hand. Alright, popping the Savant Kepler, as well as the Gate, just to make sure we don't get close to Barbar for game and other situation ranges. We're still in Nightmare Shark range, but we don't know if they played or not. We know we've seen already pretty much the whole catalog, including Breaksword, except, I believe, the 7th monster from Razor's pool. So we got Swirl Slime sending itself, as well as Armageddon to the graveyard to fusion summon into the Genghis. This isn't Poppy, the actual goat himself. How did your low rarity tournament go yesterday? I copied the wrong link, I just realized. Alright, well, that didn't count. I copied the wrong link, I just realized. Oh no! All right, I'm a bad streamer. I thought that was my chat. It's okay. Is that the Druid? Alright, we got ourselves the... Dante, after the Beatrice being banished, gonna get to the graveyard to target Seer. Gonna banish the Slime to be able to special summon from the hand. The Ragnarok. Ragnarok number 2. Gonna be able to special summon the Armageddon. Threatening lethal now. Gonna overlay into Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Overlaying over the Cypher Dragon into the full armor Photon Dragon. Let's hope no White Princess gets drawn into. As the The Photon detaches to pop the Virgil, which is going to allow them to draw a card. They might already have a white princess. I can't really calculate to know if that would matter, but I think it would. And that is game regardless. GG. Yannick's taking it on the rematch, putting both teams at 1-1. Or both players at 1-1, rather. It's a really fun tourney. We'll probably host 2 tourneys next month. Oh, that's so exciting. Also, exclamation marks, shout-outs, Flagnitis, and other things. I'm keeping up. Let me see if this is, if their preparing next match screen is also pogging. Yo, we got the logos on the preparing next match screen. Let's go. No, I'm going to be unprofessional real quick. Let's see. All right, so we should be chilling now, preparing next game. So, just to recap, since I wasn't talking the whole time apparently, but what happened was the following. So game 1, we had Burning Abyss versus Rose Dragon. That's the first deck that Yannick's took in. And so Burning Abyss did their typical setup. They were pogging with Beatrice, but Rose Dragon was like, hey, I'm consistent, and I summoned Rudy Rose insanely and banish everything. And then it was pretty cracked. And then Burning Abyss was like, let me try to make a comeback. But then Book of Moon happened. But then the Burning Abyss was like, I have everything I need anyway. And summoned the tour guide into Dante, into Blackluster Soldier for game. It was beautiful. And it was just, I don't know, check out the VOD. But I wanted to make sure everybody do that because it was a fun game. All right, we got ourselves game number 2. Now we are switching. Razor this time is going to be the one playing Rudy's. Rudy's are us. Rose Dragons. All right, let's see if I properly added the chat. Possibly, maybe. Let me move it over here. Hey, looks competent enough. Welcome, Kexiled. All right, so we got Rose Dragon going up first. Going to activate Spell of Roses, sending from the hand the Blue Rose Dragon to go ahead and add from the deck to the hand. Thank you for following, TF Hobby. I appreciate that. How you doing, Fred? Rock's Rose Dragon getting added from the deck to the hand. So we got ourselves a level 3 tuner added to the hand. Level 4 non-tuner in the graveyard. Going to be able to go ahead and add. Let me make sure all this is added. I was proud of myself for finally remembering to put Japanese voice lines. Let me make this louder. Let me know if this is like adequate quality, like in terms of audio, or if it's too loud, too low, etc. Normally the Rock Stars is just going to allow them to go ahead and add the Basil Shoot from the deck to the hand. DD Crow here would be unfortunate, but Basil Shoot can also add for or special summon from the hand. Adds another Blue Rose Dragon. Gonna go ahead, double, triple back row set. Alright, down to Yannick's. Activates Gate. Gate gonna be able to go and search for a DD monster. Alright, adds the slime. So threatening at least one spell trap negation now. Activates Card of the Soul. You can now search Armageddon. Or after activating Card Shuffle, we could search Apprentice Illusion Magician. Welcome, Sean. Sorry, you didn't hear me before. I didn't realize my mic wasn't working. How you doing, my friend? Alright, gonna go ahead and activate that Swirl Slime after adding the Armageddon. Thanks for that shout out, Barry. Always coming through. Gonna be able to fuse using the DD Dog as one of the materials. Making High King Genghis, giving us a Spell Trap Negate. We have to assume at least one of those cards is Basil Shoot since it wasn't searched, but I could be wrong in the situation. Let's see. Gonna go ahead. Oh, did we search the DD Dog? With the card soul, we did search DD Dog. I forgot that was a target as well. Gonna go ahead and normal summon the DD Kepler, allowing them to go ahead and add from the deck to the hand the Dark Contract with the Witch. And with that normal summon, I'm gonna be able to special summon the DD Dog from the graveyard. DD Dog, but not DD Mango. Listen, I'm just here to sip on DD Ghost King G and Stranger. All right, gonna double back reset. One of those, the minimum is most likely that Witch. What's up, Brad? How you doing, friend? I'm going to the battle phase. Not attacking with Kepler first, Madge. All right, we got some delays. Into the Buka. I'm assuming we're forced to negate this because it's going to target the Gian. Oh no, I'm coaching. I don't know why I'm calling this Gian now. Any level 8 is now Gian. Alright, Genghis is going to negate the Prismatic Royal Book of Moon. To which they're going to respond with the Day! Tris, Trap, Hole, being able to, for one card, get rid of 2 cards. Well, technically 2 cards because we also had to use the Book of Moon to bait out the negate first. That's going to pop the dog as well as the Genghis. And I'm assuming this is a Basil Shoot as well, but I could be projecting AF. So that's going to be the end of the turn. Only Gian could coach. True. I won't say anything. Alright, Spell Rose is going to activate on Razor's turn up top. Which spell are we rosing? Gonna send the Blue Rose Dragon that was searched previously to add White Rose Dragon from the deck to the hand. One chat is more important than a streamer. It feels good. Alright, White Rose Dragon gonna go ahead and reveal. So they are gonna be able to special summon that. Alright, level 3, level 4 on board. We do know there's a Witch. Do we interrupt the Black Rose play now? This might be a telling situation with the sleeves being used by Onyx in the bottom, where this might be our final opportunity to activate anything relevant. That's not coaching, I'm just pointing out the sleeves. Okay. Going to go ahead and Synchro Summon into Black Rose Dragon. Alright, White Rose is going to go ahead and activate, and then Black Rose Dragon is going to respond to resolve first, destroying all cards in the Everything, Everywhere, Forever. Popping the Dark Contract, the Witch, as well as Pendulum Switch. Sending to the graveyard the World Carried Weight Champion with the effect of the White Rose, setting a back row, setting up for next turn, and ending their turn. Let's see what was popped on their side. Another Book of Moon was popped. Okay. I mean, you're right, Gian. Listen, that's part of the fun, is to see how quickly they can adapt. Am I right? All right, back down to Onyx. Is going to try to come back after getting the whole board pop, but does have the slime to be able to special summon the Ragnarok off the top of the deck, which will be able to special summon back that Genghis. If this resolves, this is pretty much threatening lethal. Basil Rose Shoot is going to be forced to activate preemptively, so that's what they top deck last turn. I assumed they had Basil Rose Shoot the whole time, but that's my Duel Links or Master Duel Papega mind in the works, assuming that's all Rockstar searches these days. So going to be able to special summon from the graveyard. a monster. Alright, so what are we special summoning? Are we going for the Basil Rose? I'm assuming that's the play, right? Or the Rocks Rose, rather? No, we're going for the Blue Rose Dragon. When this card field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Black Rose Dragon or plant type monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. We're going to try to float for days. Alright, do we have another DD monster to banish here? Or to tribute to Banishwood? Kepler normal summon for game? Alright, Rocks Rose is going to go ahead and get added from the deck to the hand. Or from the graveyard, rather. Alright, Rocks Rose is going to this time search that Basil Rose shoot. Revealing the White Rose Dragon that they top decked into. Special summon it. I'm just going to keep the stream on my phone as well to make sure I know when it dies. Alright. XC summon into a Synchro Monster. Samurai Destroyer. And be able to negate that Xenophon's effect. It cannot be destroyed because it activated its effect, which prevents it from being destroyed by Black Rose if 2 is even being played. So, going to go ahead and negate that attack boost, returning that Xenophon to 2100. Has a back row as well, and that's going to be the end of Razor's turn. It's been a back and forth here. Alright. Yonix on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and set a back row. That's going to be the end of it. Alright, in the end phase, gonna go ahead and activate Basil Rose Shoot. Yannick's gonna respond with a DD Crow banishing the Rocks Rose. However, Basil Rose Shoot specifies the target on resolution, not as the part of cost, so we could just special summon something else. Special summoning the Black Rose Dragon. Back up to Razor, gonna drop. Activating MST. TTH can't be live here because we have multiple traps. It was a Book of Moon the whole time, and that's going to be enough to guarantee lethal. Attacking for 2600, attacking for 2400, and that is game. Razor taking it. Third game between these two.
確かにこの目で実感させてもらった。
大丈夫。今の私にはもう呪われた力はいらない。
Okay, we get it. Alright. So far it's 2-1 in Black Titan's favor. Admittedly had a few stream crashes. I'm gonna have to figure out why that is. Whether it's related to the way I added all the scenes for Team Wars, or if it's related to just my computer. I want to say it's my computer. I can tell if he has flesh, no cam. That's true, that's true. I'm not ripe enough, I didn't want to show anyone. What's up, Dave? No Hans, no win? Damn. They hated him for they spoke truth. I said a question mark because at this point, let's be real, I've been in my own silo. I don't know anything. All right, now we got Sham stepping into the ring. All right, Sham on the bottom versus Razor, who's going first with the roses. Let me see how I sound. Let me see how I sound. How's the music compared to my voice? I'm doing a test right now. How's the music compared to my voice? I'm doing a test right now. Yeah, that's low. We could make this louder. All right. Let me know how the music audio sounds compared to my voice and all that shenanigans. Activating skill, gonna set to the graveyard the White Rose Dragon, adding the Rock Rose Dragon from deck to the hand to then normal summon it, allowing them to add from deck to the hand a Rose Dragon card. Awesome, thank you, Freeze. I almost said Steven. A little bit of a lisp there. Steven. I wanted to say Freshie and Steven at the same time. Alright, adds the Basil Rose Shoot from the deck to the hand. Activating the Basil Rose Shoot, which is going to allow them to special summon from the hand or the graveyard. Special summons from the graveyard to add White Rose Dragon. A2, stop it. I might not even need to buy me dinner this time. Steven Freshie. On the scene. We go ahead and sticker summon into turn 1 Samurai Destroyer. Activating White Rose Dragon's effect, allowing them to mill a carrot weight champion. Carrot weight champion is going to go ahead and discard the Rose Girl to special summon onto the field. Rose Girl is going to be able to then add itself into the hand, allowing them to set a back row and ending their turn. Going +1 and feeling pretty good about it. Activating on the bottom, Galaxy Cyclone. Going to burn the Abyss into... I don't know. This is supposed to be a joke. It didn't work. Going to Galaxy Cyclone to face down, okay? It was Basil Rose Shoot. That's the point, okay? That's going to allow them to special summon the Rock Rose Dragon, which is going to allow them to search from deck to the hand and continue to garner advantage. However, no real protection unless there's a hand trap that we, from the casting side, can't feel. Another Dragig on the scene. The thing that I'm learning this week is that Dragig is now being played. And honestly, Dragig is just the most adorable Burning Abyss in my opinion. Special summoning Dragig, gonna special summon the Liebig as well. Got 2 level 3s. Overlaying. Got the Dante. Summoning in attack mode. Not that we can get over the Samurai Destroyer anyway, but we could at least clear other parts of the field. So let's see. What did Rock Rose add? I didn't make note of that. Added the Blue Rose Dragon. Okay. Gonna mill 3 after attaching to the Geek. Milling 2 Liebig. Wow. So that's all the Liebigs. As well as Tour Guide, unfortunately, but does have the Crane. So Crane is going to be able to go ahead summon the Liebig from the graveyard. Nice Princess delay. It might actually be. But whose princess? I mean, it's got to be theirs, right? I feel like otherwise, Princess from Sham's side might be used preemptively unless we're saving it for a follow-up. Alright, gonna overlay into a second Dante. This one in attack position as well. Gonna be able to detach the mill. Detaching the Crane to mill TTH, a White Princess, and a Seer. 2500 attack can clear both non-synchro monsters on the field. And it looks like the delay is from Razor's side, if this is a delay and not just my Duel Links being dumb, or just them thinking. Alright, so we got ourselves a discard into overlay, rank up, whatever, into Beatrice. Summoning in defense mode, attacking with the Dante, into the carrot, wait. Got Liebig and Dante on the Beatrice. That's going to be the end of Sham's turn, with Dante being turned into defense position. Kept the Seer in the graveyard, didn't special summon anything off of it. Or rather, kept the monster in the graveyard. Do we have double Seer, by the way? It is double Seer. Alright, Rose Girl going to be able to continuously cycle the World Carried Heavyweight Champion for free, basically. Because Carried Weight just summons and then Rose Girl just gets to add back. We know that there was a level 4 non-tuner in the hand. Gets to add the Rose Girl back to the hand. Still no normal summon use. Samurai Destroyer number 2. Can we get over 2800 defense on top of everything else that Sandy does? We'll at least be able to deal with the Dante, but Liebig isn't doing all that much, though Dante's recursion effect will be stopped, which is value for Razor, rather. Alright, setting a back row. Saying, oh my god, I forgot to put in my notifications alerts for this this scene collection. But thank you, Steven, for the 12 months. That's a whole year. You're right, Mango. Thank you so much for the 1 year. This is from pretty much the best Duel Links player I could ever have the pleasure of knowing in my life, and inspire me to always want to know more about this game because make it look so fun. Thank you so much for you, my friend. Alright, killing with the Sandy the Dante. Dante won't be able to use his floating effect, but Beatrice in the end phase will be able to go ahead and detach to mill the Skarm while getting to trigger the effect of the Dante. That was detached to add the Seer from Graveyard back to the hand. And then Skarm is going to add Ivy from the deck to the hand. Alright, back down to Sham. We have an unmovable object versus 2 unstoppable forces. Liebig gonna go ahead and detach from Beatrice so we could then mill Farfa. Liebig is gonna go ahead and be able to special summon the Burning Abyss from the hand while negating its effects, or a level 3 Fiend rather. Meanwhile, Farfa is gonna be able to go ahead and banish one of the Samurai Destroyers, no machines in the graveyard to float into. You need a full Vampire Field versus Metro Fissure. Oh yeah, I was lurking on Steven's stream earlier, watching his review on the new selection box, and the whole time I'm just like, so I guess it's just vampires could die now, right? Seer normal summon into pop because Beatrice is on the field, which is going to allow Seer to summon Dante from the graveyard. However, DD Crow is going to say, you thought it was White Princess, but it was I. A banish. Saying no float for you. Or I'm still crying, Sean. Why do you think the camera's off? Oh my god. The amount of depression. It hurts. Alright, Mandaplana gonna go ahead and banish, at the very least, one of those Samurai Destroyers. That's gonna be back to Razor, who's gonna activate Basil Rose Shoot. Be able to special summon the Rock Rose, adding Blue Rose Dragon from the deck to the hand. Metro Fissure and Metaphys. Yo, if Ragnarok comes out, Metaphys will honestly be terrifying. It's fine, completely fine. We run 3 Cosmic, 3 MST, 3 Ballista. Actually true. Listen, level 2 will be triggered ASAP. It's fine. I think you'll cry if your opponent activates his Metro Fusion and double Drill Dark. I will call Konami personally and tell him to stop. Alright, Carrot King is going to discard the Rose Girl to summon and add back the Rose Girl. It's like free value. Gonna be able to then go ahead and Synchro Climb into the Rudy Rose Dragon, which will banish all cards from both graveyards. Alright, not going to be able to destroy all of the cards on the field since Black Rose was not used, but damn, look at this banished pile. Wow, this hurts. How many Seers do we have gone? I believe this is all Seers, all Farfas. Burning Abyss is bread and butter, basically. So is Burning Abyss going to be able to play after losing all of that? Then I'm going to go ahead and summon the Rock Rose, then Synchro Summon into the Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. Is going to be able to clear both the Beatrice as well as the Rubik, and because the Odd Eyes is going to prevent the effects of monsters from activating during the battle phase, there's going to be no float from the Beatrice. White Rose is going to get added after sending the Blue Rose Dragon to the graveyard with the skill. Going to the battle phase, this is just so much advantage that Black Rose Dragons have just been having throughout the duel. Clearing the field and ending their turn. Metro Fissure shits on White Princess, right? Let me read. Is it? I think we saw White Princess mill. Does it specify having to send it to the graveyard? You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Yep, it does. Indeed, shit on it. Alright, Skarm. Normal summon into that leak. Special summon. Alright. We're going to activate the new Burning Abyss skill, which is to add Concentrating Current from outside of the deck to the hand. Make Nightmare Shark, and it's GG easy. See, it's not coaching. I'm predicting. Alright. Gonna go ahead, detach the Skarm to be able to attack directly for 2,000. Goes in. Concentrated Current from the graveyard, from the banish pile. Does 2,000 just for some power, and then gonna be able to go ahead and add in the end phase the Kagna. Kagna says, if this card's set from the graveyard, you can send one Burning Abyss spell trap from your deck to the graveyard. Alright, so right now, we have pretty much guaranteed lethal because Rose Girl and Infinite Carrot Weight summons is insane. So that's 500, 3200, 1900. It looks like we got game now. Rose Girl gonna activate. We just have Alik is gonna be able to go ahead and negate a monster's effects, but it doesn't really do anything to change the course of the situation. So they are gonna get to add the Rose Girl back. Gonna go attack into the Nightmare Shark. Alik set to the graveyard is gonna allow them to negate, but we're not going to be able to because Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon says no effects. And that is game. Burning Abyss taking it yet again. 3-1 now for Razor. In the middle of possibly a sweep now. Alright, and now Black Titans are currently 3-1. Can activate Kingdom of Destiny, pitch Familiar, or Rotator, add Takeover from your deck to your hand and search MST and pop Dimensional Fusion. See, bro, easy. Actually, true, we have a searchable pop. It's fine. We just go first every time, and we always have combo. Alright, looks like they're about to start the next game. Let's see what Sham is bringing for the rematch. We got Declan on the bottom now. Did I say Burning Abyss was sweeping? I meant Rose Dragons. You know what I meant. Hopefully. Alright, Command the Doom King on the bottom. And who's going first? Rose Dragon's going first again. Spell of Rose is going to activate. Going to be able to send from the hand to the graveyard to add a Rose Dragon card. Sending the Rocks Rose. Allowing them to add White Rose Dragon from the deck to the hands. Alright, normal summoning the White Rose Dragon. That's going to allow them to go ahead and special summon that Rocks Rose Dragon. Rocks Rose Dragon and special summon is going to allow them to add a Rose Dragon card from deck to the hand. That's going to be the Basil Rose Shoot. Or a card that specifies as Black Rose Dragon or Rose Dragon. You know what I mean. That's just Black Rose Dragon. I read my Master Duel cards sometimes. Gonna Synchro Summon turn 1. Are we still doing the Samurai Destroyer here? We're gonna go and make the Cyframe Lord Zeta instead. In attack position. Gonna make it very difficult now for DDDs to OTK. So, gonna use the effect of the White Rose Dragon, which will be able to send the World Carrot Weight Champion from deck to the graveyard. Setting some back row. All 3 back row. Do we have another Rose Girl for the infinite advantage? Not this time. So that's going to be the end of their turn. Alright. Sham going to go ahead. Summon the DD Savant Kepler. Going to go ahead and add the Contract with the Gate from the deck to the hand. Activating the DD contract with the gate, allowing them to go ahead and search for any DDD monster. Let's see if this resolves. Any typhoons with the mystical variety in the chat? They are quite mystical, as MST chains to the dark contract with the gate, attempting to activate its search effect to pop it, negating it. Man, Doom King's still going to be able to activate because we just have the Armageddon regardless, sending it to the face-up extra deck. So we could go ahead and place the Kepler into one of the pen scales, as well as the Orthros from the deck into the other pen scale. Alright, we got ourselves a Pendulum Summon, bringing out that Armageddon in defense position. We have to play around the Zeta, which could banish. I'm assuming there's only one card here. 2 cards. We got 2 Ragnaroks getting summoned. Summoning defense position allows us to be able to banish that Zeta without having to worry about Zeta being able to chain. But is it going to be able to go through, or do we have some disruption coming over with that double back row set? Any trap holes of the treacherous variety? My man, if you open MST and treacherous, I'm gonna be tilted for sham. Ragnarok gonna go ahead and activate its effect. Let's start tributing. Tributing the other Ragnarok to banish the Zeta successfully. Are we going to push for a Galaxy OTK line? Nope, we're going to play it safe. We're going to go into Sanafon. Try to prevent them from special summoning from the graveyard. Let's see what we have here. If they have a Basil Rose shoot. I believe there is a Basil Rose shoot confirmed because I believe those search turn 1. But regardless, going to go ahead and activate Book of Moon before Sanafon can activate its effect. And there is a guaranteed Basil Rose shoot. Okay. Flipping down the Sanafon. In the end phase, going to activate Basil Rose Shoot, special summoning the Rox Rose Dragon, and that's going to be a search, allowing them to add from the deck to the hand. Consistency. Alright, so we know that they will be able to, at the very least, have a level 7 Synchro. Blue Rose Dragon is also going to allow them to be able to special summon them when destroyed. Okay, okay. Level 7. Oh no! Alright, Spell of Rose is going to activate. Going to send that Blue Rose Dragon to the graveyard. So outside of Irrelevant Hand Trap, climbing to Rudy Rose and then special summoning a Carrot Weight Champion would be death here. Can they do it? Gonna summon that White Rose Dragon, which is going to allow them to then go ahead and special summon from the graveyard. Blue Rose Dragon. Are we going to go into Black Rose to try to clear all the pen scales and then use Blue Rose to special summon from the graveyard afterwards? That would be lethal with the Carrot Weight as long as there's a target to discard with the Carrot Weight afterwards. So we're going to go into the Black Rose Dragon. We're going to be able to clear the field completely. Let's go, Don. How you doing? What's up, Kabi? What's up, Pablo? Does not wipe the field. Instead, just decides to banish the Carrot Weight to reduce the Skypirds into 0 after flipping it from defense position to attack position. Setting a back row. Going to go ahead and attack for 2,400. Going to attack for 1,600. And that is game. Razor taking it yet again. Currently 4-1. Jeez. They really do be buffing these skills, don't they? Is it a 2-deck format, or do other decks have a chance in this meta? Well, so far, the 3 decks we've seen have been Burning Abyss, Rose Dragons and DDDs, and out of all of them, Rose Dragons have been doing the best thus far, in this war specifically. That Rose Dragon Link monster is pretty nuts. I don't even know what it does, but I pulled it on one of my accounts and I was about to dismantle it, and the chat was like, no, don't do that. Alright, let's see. I think today I'm gonna be the mod. Oh, mod's too quick. Mod's too quick. Damn, Kami. How you do it? So far, I believe in this war, DDs has lost every match. I believe the only game that FHX has won... Actually, no, I think it was DDD that FHX did win, if I'm not mistaken. They beat Burning Abyss, I believe, but then lost to Black Rose, or Rose Dragons afterwards. Imagine spending your Friday night to come into a stream to just like stir shit up. Like, come on, dude. Oh, imagine spending a Friday night casting Team Wars. Yeah. Earth, I'd rather do that. All right, I'm confident in what I do. All right, so we're currently waiting on next game to see who steps into the ring now. Yeah, Team Wars been keeping it fresh, like even through the dark ages of Duel Links, and I feel like we come out on the other side. All the homies that have like just kept the game alive through like the competitive scene and just streaming it themselves in general. Legitimately, like I think to me, it's like they kept this game relevant in a way that I think Konami would never do. I mean, not to say Konami didn't play a part. They did definitely make notable changes to the meta and their release strategies, which helped make the game more interesting. But they knew what they were doing. They saw people were leaving after Master Duels. They was like, all right, let's make this game good again. You should definitely join Schweeb for No Konami's garbage. True. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Schweeb. All right, so we got ourselves Futurama on the bottom with the Sarah going second again. Razor's just always going first, but this time not quite the pop-off we're used to, just setting a monster and ending their turn. I've been grinding, Makura. I've almost got my third gold driver, which, speaking of which, have not been seeing any of the pendulums, or rather any metal foes in this war thus far. Thank you, Mason. Normal subjects here. Same here, Kumakura. It's like, but every time I watch others play, I'm like, man, this looks fun. But also, I don't know if I want to play it. Right, the third uses vanilla. Hey, I will waste my gems on what I want. Type finish Monofoes, they'll be power cut by Yahtzee and Metro Fusion. Do you think that the Metro Fusion will power creep Metalfoes? I would think that they wouldn't be as affected by Metro Fusion as other decks. Granted, Metalfoes Fusion being sent to the bench pile instead of the graveyard is a lot of suck. Alright, going to go ahead summon Rubik to secret summon into the Virgil. That's going to allow them to then go ahead and use the effect of the Seer to attempt to special summon that Rubik back. But DD Crow is on the scene, saying no way. Hello, Mega. You were first earlier, and I kept saying hello, and I didn't realize my mic wasn't working, but I hope you're doing well, my friend. Discarding Alik to go ahead and spin back that face-down monster to the hand. Barbar is game. 1700 attack, 2 broken. Please nerf. Threatening lethal, attacking 2500. Attacking for 1700. Does it go through? It does. And just like that, Rose Dragons going from 100 to set and pass. Futurama taking it. Knocking out Razor. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Macrocosmos. I would think that, yeah. Then if Metal Foes Fusion can still go into the graveyard and generate an advantage, they would still be able to like do what they care about most. Not to say that it doesn't bother them still, because some monsters do still end up going to the graveyard, but Metal Foes could just beat over Yahtzee with Aura Calc. Metro Fissure is an issue though. You don't have backer removal. Metro Fissure screws over every deck aside from Metaphys. You're right. It should not hurt Metal Foes that bad. It'd be interesting to see how it affects the meta. Virtual Bee's gonna be slapping. Well, we summon Obelisk on turn 2 because I will now. Oh damn, the new meta. Metro Fissure screws over every deck except Galaxy Eyes. Funny enough. Oh yeah, because skill ignores everything, which is hilarious. Though the follow-up will still be hurt, unfortunately, and a lot of what Galaxy Eyes plays is for the follow-up. Being able to like revive an Xyz monster to then be able to go ahead and rank up that Xyz monster into one with materials. Zito Mason with the tier 1 to Shui. I'm sorry there was no notification, but thank you so much for that tier 1. Paying forward the gift they got from the Maturian, the homie. I appreciate that, Zito. Seriously, thank you so much, my friend. Water best deck. Damn. Imagine caring about getting banished. Water just doesn't care. Once they go to the graveyard, they die anyway. X materials don't go to the graveyard. Yeah, since they're not treated as monsters. I learned that from Stephen Freshy's stream, so go check it out. And I learned it from Sean Matry saying it in Stephen Freshy's stream, so make sure to check it out. I appreciate that, Mason. Seriously, you're too kind. You're too kind. The fact that your detached goes to the bench pile will definitely hurt Galaxy Eyes. No, it won't be the detached. It's not like Macrocosmos, because they're not counted as monsters when they're getting detached. Since the Metro Fissure specifically detached monsters versus like something like Macrocosmos, which is like any card is banished. Alright, we have game number something. It's not a tournament, so this is not how it works. We have Mako Pin on top now. Playing Jaden. First hero player potentially. Alright, so this time Futurama's going first with the Sarah. We know they're playing BAs. Gonna normal summon the Skarmory, revealing the Dragig, the cutest monster in the whole archetype. Metro Fissure actually buff Galaxy Eyes since the deck now has protection from DD Crow. That's hilarious. That is pretty hilarious. Like, Xyz material will still be revivable, on top of skill just ignoring the Metro Fissure. So that's hilarious. Alright, gonna go ahead and Xyz summon it to Dawn Tech. Gonna go ahead and attach. Deck that's supposed to rely on the graveyard gonna be relying on a card that hates the graveyard. Let's go. Alright, detaching Skarm to be able to mill Rubik as well as Tour Guide, unfortunately, but Fiendish Rhino Warrior is gonna allow them to go ahead and send to the graveyard. The seriously allow them to go ahead and special summon from the graveyard the Rubik. Setting a back row. Setting another back row. Alright, double back row set. Ooh, and ending their turn during the end phase, of which DD Crow is going to activate to banish that Scarm, stopping the search in the end phase. Hurts, doesn't it? Alright. Do we need a hero? I'm gonna reveal Ferris Bueller, discarding a hero monster. It is the Liquid Soldier. Is the combo here to summon Ferris in attack position, being able to go ahead and place in the spell and trap zone. Surely we didn't open both Vions. Nothing, placing nothing, because breakthrough skill is going to break through their attempt at an effect. No chain. Alright. Still no normal summon yet, however. Karma Cut in back row? No, wouldn't be able to activate it. Are we going to attempt to search, or are we going to attempt to pop here? Going to attempt to search with Stratos. I mean, it could be that there's a Karma Cut that they just decided not to leave live. They did take a while to think about setting that second card, so you might be right that they were trying to gauge whether it's more value to have a Karma Cut and discard the breakthrough skill for their own turn to be able to use, or just using the Karma Cut in general. Assuming they would search, that they probably felt the delay and knew that there was a DD Crow coming their way, but having the negation from breakthrough skill immediately probably was more value than tossing cards. Stratos search Stratos, the ultimate play. Set a back row and end their turn. So we know Buka can be played. We know TTH is played sometimes at 1, but since Vion is limited to 2, that means 1 Vion, 1 TTH, and I know a lot of people do be playing that 2 Vion build. Alright, Dante gonna go ahead, activate, detaching the Geek. What's a Talon? Detaching to send to the graveyard Farfa, as well as Alik and Scarm. Those are mills. Best deck to abuse the Metro Fissures, Ritual Beasts. They're gonna come back. Just you wait. Sean's gonna show it. Metro Fissure will definitely be interesting, though, considering how many decks in the meta right now rely on the graveyard. Granted, a lot of them do rely on it with skill, but like Rose Dragons, with their follow-up, will definitely be hurt significantly. Same with Burning Abyss, of course. Even DDDs get hurt by it in pretty key scenarios. Alright, gonna go ahead and activate the effect of Farfa to attempt to banish that Stratos. The Geek is also going to be able to activate to do the Geek things. We all know what the Geek does, right? Be able to place the Burning of this card to the top of the deck. Alright, they're going to activate Super Polymerization Response to discard that Stratos to Super Fuse. Are we going to make the Shining with Stratos and Dante? Or are we going to make Esquerado? Essential Monkey Flip, Diffy on Spam Kaijus. Oh, true. Any Senti Claws in the chat? Using their own field instead to summon a Sunrise. Decides to go for the Sunrise and have the Miracle Fusion search as well. That way they at least have some follow-up and a draw to discard one, because they did set up having that Liquid Soldier in the graveyard. Gonna be able to go ahead and excavate the Scarm, putting it on top of the deck. Sunrise is gonna be able to go ahead and search. However, not really, because Breakthrough Skill is in the graveyard, and now it's on this turn being able to banish to negate the Sunrise. Which is kind of why I wonder if it would have just been better to go ahead and try to remove one of Futurama's cards, or just leave the Super Poly face down and keep the Stratos in hand, just, you know, to at least have a search next turn. Dante gonna go ahead and crash into the Sunrise. Sunrise's effect negated, not that it matters, there's no other hero to be able to battle with. Gonna target Seer to add Seer back to the hand. And Scarm is going to be able to go ahead and search in the end phase. Adding Barbar. Alright, so we know Seer, Barbar in the hand. 2 unknown back row. And Rubik chillin'. So now, Heroes got to play from nothing. We got Vion, though. Vion is going to be able to send to the graveyard, but so far, Unless we suddenly play Malicious, which I don't believe we play Malicious. Yep, we're going to send Increase to thin the deck. And then before Vion could do Vion things, going to go ahead and activate the Karma Cut. Was actually able to call it before. Nice call, Niall. I'm going to discard the Seer to banish the Vion before it can search Poly. And that's going to trigger the Seer to special summon from the graveyard the Dante. Alright, if there's another Burning Abyss top deck, this is just lethal with Beatrice and... Well, not Beatrice. Never mind. With just... Virgil and Beatrice? Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, gonna normal summon the Seer. Go ahead and Secret Summon into Virgil. Any Devil May Criers in the chat? Oh, okay, so we are 50 off lethal now. If we can't rank up into the Beatrice. Gonna banish 3, burn for 450. Increase is gonna respond to damage being taken by placing itself in the spell and trap zone from the graveyard. Larger Synchro next box for us. Yo, give me Vampire support. We got the Vegetable Fissure. We can get Doom King Baldur Rock, Necro Banshee, and Unizombie. And Vampire Ghost, the Zombie Vampire. As a skill for only vampires, though. Into the discard of a Burning Abyss card to summon that Prismatic Beatrice, and that is just game. Didn't even need to bar, but we had to disrespect all over their life points. And Burning Abyss taking it. Futurama helping FHX to come back slowly but possibly. Alright, looks like we got a repeat going. So, we'll wait for next match to start. But in the meantime, I'm going to go pee-pee. Let me know if there are any issues going on with the stream, because I've had like 7,000 crashes so far. So, cope. Vampire support next mini, bro. That's what I'm saying. Oh shit, I can't go to the bathroom. They're like repeating right away. Damn. Bro, like, just give me the vampire support. You want my money? I'll give it to you. I'm surprised we didn't get new box leaks. I felt like it's been a lot of weeks, but maybe I'm just completely off. I mean, no new like mini box leaks. I know we had like the selection box leaks. The moment I saw Mirror Force, I was like, what? And then it wasn't in the box, but then I saw the Dimensional Fissure, I was like, what? Stop sipping for vamp support. Never! Alright, we got Heroes going first this time with the Ferris Bueller, discarding Ferris Bueller to summon the Ferris Bueller, using the Ferris Bueller to place in the spell trap zone, increase the tribute to Ferris, and then touch summon the increase, which will allow them to go ahead and touch summon the deck. The Vision Hero Vion. An attack position which will allow them to then go ahead on summon, mill a hero monster from their deck, allowing them to go ahead and mill, I'm assuming, the Liquid Soldier in this scenario, unless they already have one in hand. They do be milling the Liquid Soldier, possibly even regardless. It's a Prismatic, by the way. That's an extra flex. That's brownie points for Team Wars. Trust, I make the rules. Gonna banish the Ferris to add Palmer from the deck to the hand. Trooper, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. Any Sunrisers in the chat? We do need 2 different attributes to be able to do it. And lo and behold, Ferris Stratos every time. Gonna be able to normal summon the Stratos, allowing them to add from the deck to the hand any hero monster. Do we do the Stratos search Stratos play, or do we search something else in this scenario? Stratos search Liquid Soldier this time. Do we presume that there's already a Stratos in hand? We'll see if they set any back row. Though we know that this hero player also plays hand traps like Beauty Crow. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Polymerization, allowing them to fuse off that Liquid Soldier, as well as the increase. Gonna keep the Stratos on the field to summon the elemental hero Sunrise, using the effect of the Liquid Soldier, which will resolve before the Miracle Fusion Search, annoyingly enough. To draw 2, discard Vion, adding Miracle Fusion from the deck to the hand, and ending their turn. Decided to keep Stratos and use the effect of the Liquid Soldier rather than banishing Liquid Soldier after searching Miracle Fusion. Interesting scenario. Does have a... We can confirm there's a Miracle Fusion in hand, but 2 unknown cards thus far. So, Futurama just gonna straight pass. What? Let's see dual stream when? I was watching Chapel play it a little bit earlier. All right, Burning Abyss. Hopefully with some hand trap protection, we can't really sense the delays that Mako might be sensing right now. But gonna go in regardless. Activate the Miracle Fusion. Using the Stratos as well as the Liquid Soldier to summon Elemental Hero Sunrise number 2. Are we searching for another Miracle Fusion? We are going to be searching for Liquid Soldier, or rather, Liquid Soldier is going to be drawing 2, discarding 1, no other Miracle Fusion. Presume that we already have a second copy in the hand, since a lot of people do play 2, but maybe they just play 1. We'll see. Discarding the Stratos, going to set a back row. Going to set another back row. Setting a third back row. I'm calling that this one right here, there left, is Miracle Fusion. Let's see if we could find that out. As Lethal is being threatened. This is a rematch. Yep. White Princess says, you know I had to have it. However, a lot of damage will still be able to be dealt. A total of 3,000. So, one White Princess won't be enough to stop the follow-up. Especially now that there's 3 back rows set. You only saw me get my 5 connection errors. Oh no. We still have some delay. Are we realizing how big this board is and thinking maybe we should White Princess twice? Because I feel like there's a White Princess in hand. Let's see. If there's a DD Crow, I guess it wouldn't matter to use DD Crow since there was 2 Liquid Soldiers already. Kind of cracked, actually. That was a repeat. I'll kill. Alright. Feeling 3,000. Futurama still alive. Nobody used Metro Finisher. Yes. Activating Galaxy Cyclone. Let me see. This is right here. This right one. That's Miracle Fusion. I'm calling it right now. What? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? We knew. We knew. It was clear. It was so obvious. Every single bone of my body was telling me this was Miracle Fusion. Special summoning the Barbar. Gonna go ahead and normal summon Alex. This is why you gotta listen to me when I coach. You wanted to pop the Miracle Fusion. Special summon on League, but the Buka is here. Gonna flip that one and pop the other one. Let's go. Book of Moon for 2. Alright, Barbar Dedge. Let me see that Targai normal summon. Come on, show it to us. Of course not. And this might just be the end of the duel. Barbar in defense position only has 1,000 defense, so if there is still 1 White Princess, it's not going to be enough to defend against Sunrise with 1,200 attack post White Princess. Has a third Miracle Fusion, going to activate it from the hand. Still don't know what this back row is, man. It's certainly not a Miracle Fusion bluff. Gonna go ahead and summon using the Liquid Soldier as well as the Vion. This seems to be another Sunrise play. Does play triple Sunrise. Getting to draw 2. Gonna discard 1 of those. Increase sent to the graveyard. This only isn't lethal if there are literally 2 White Princesses in hand and this Barbar still gets destroyed. So literally outside of an uninterrupted tour guide top deck, after 2 White Princesses, I don't think... Okay. Alright, we got White Princess number 1. Oh wait, no, because they have so many... Oh, they have all of them! Let's go! Yo, tour guide, let's go! I swear, tour guide, show me the tour guide. Sunrise still going to be able to pop the Barbar, however. I'm going to go ahead and negate until the end of this turn, because we got to click yes. Show me the tour guide. Psych! I thought that there would even be a chance, but Super Poly is of course likely to have been drawn after 3 separate Liquid Soldier resolutions. So I'm going to discard DD Crow, which was said, imagine trying to play the game anyway. Gonna send 2 Sunrises to the graveyard to summon the Shining. And that right there is game. Damn. I was really pulling for that tour guide top deck too. Alright. That's 1 loss for Futurama now. And Did I not include one of the scores? Oh yeah, I didn't include the loss from Mako, so I'll include that now and update everything. Let's see. I guess they gotta go for. Let's see if they do a repeat or what. I don't actually know how anything works. Yep, might be a repeat. All right, so that brings it to 5-3, still in Black Titan's favor. This is a war right here.
私は知りたいの。だから、ここで立ち止まるわけにはいかない。
すべてをぶつけ合おうぜ。勝ち負けはその後だ。デュエル。
Also, I was supposed to switch the players, I think. Was I? No. No, I read the first time. What is wrong with me? Alright, this time, Mako Pin's going first again. Saw what happened last time, but they had Ferris Bueller into Strafe. But this time we just got the Vi on normal summon. Do we go for a Liquid Mill? We do be going for that Liquid Mill. Open 3, White Princess and a Galaxy Cyclone. Actually depressing. And had to snipe a Miracle Fusion bluff set with the Galaxy Cyclone, by the way. Alright. Gonna activate the DD Crow, which is gonna banish the Liquid Soldier. Interesting play, because would have to banish that Liquid Soldier for Viant's effect. But we didn't want to give him that polymerization. We took a risk at a Ferris afterwards, but it paid off. It paid off. Alright. Down to Black Rose. Then to the graveyard to Roxrose Dragon to add from the deck to the hand. Alright, so BA did die this time. We are playing Rose Dragons now, and the White Rose. Yeah, it's DD Crow's year in general. Like, a lot of people are saying, like, just a lot of the metas really were impacted by DD Crow, but this meta specifically is just super impacted by DD Crow. Alright, White Rose is going to summon, special summoning back to Roxrose. Roxrose is going to get to add the Rudy Rose Witch from the deck to the hand. Any infinite resources in the chat? Be able to make a level 7 Synchro. That's going to allow them to also send to the graveyard a plant monster via the White Rose Dragon's effect. Hey, we got an animation. Black Rose is here. And TBH, it's looking pretty top tier. Alright. Not gonna pop the field, but White Rose Dragon is gonna send the Carrot Weight Champion. Gonna discard the Rudy Rose Witch to summon the Carrot Weight Champion, so we could then go ahead and activate Buka, allowing us to flip down the Vision Hero Viant, to then activate Black Rose Dragon's effect to flip it face up by banishing the Rudy Rose Witch, changing its attack to 0, and threatening lethal. Attack for 1900. Do we have game? And just like that, Heroes showcase the highs and the lows of drawing well, and then losing to DD Crow after the next game. I have friends now. Okay, I'm very badass. Alright, Futurama takes it back. 4-5. Currently still in Black Titan's favor. So, let me go ahead and update the score real quick. 3-1 for now for Futurama. Was that here a repeat? Yes. I'll be right back. I'm going to go for a bathroom break. I believe I have the Team Wars command. Everyone's here for Team Wars, but in case anyone's just from my Master Duel stream, well, suck it. I don't have a Team Wars command. Wow, I should make a command. So much for bathroom break. Anyway, as I was saying, here's a command. I'm going to go refill water and PP real quick. All right. I didn't see the notification before, but Alonzo Guest, thanks for that follow. I appreciate that. All right. Got next game. All right. Now we got Varo in the ring up top.
私は知りたいの。だから、ここで立ち止まるわけにはいかない。
デュエル
Alright, now we got ourselves Agami up top. Some more BAs. Remember summoning Fiendish Rhino Warrior to then special summon the Seer. Going into a Dante XC summon in defense mode. Now they can attach to Mill 1. Milling the Karma Cut. Now we know they play it. Gonna use a Fiendish Rhino Warrior, which was attached to Mill a Skarm from the deck. 2 cards left in hand. Are we ranking up? We're going to discard Alik so we can rank up into Beatrice in defense mode. Skarm going to activate in the end phase and allow them to add Tour Guide from the Underworld from the deck to the hand in the end phase. Alright, back down to Rose Dragon. This has been a tight war. Alright, activating spell of Roses, sending to the graveyard that White Rose Dragon to be able to add from the deck to the hand. Rocks Rose Dragon. Alright. Normal summoning Rocks Rose, being able to search any Dragon of the Black Rose mentioning card. that was a sentence. Basil Rose Shoot getting added from the deck to the hand. Activating the Basil Rose Shoot. Next, special summon a White Rose Dragon from the graveyard. Hey, thanks so much for the hydration, Talon. I know you can't see my face, but I'll do as much of a glug as I can. There's that glug action for you.
をシンクロ召喚
Alright, synchros are being made. Going for Sam D.
発動
White Rose is going to be able to mill, presumably King of the Weight. And our champion.
カードを伏せるわ
Gonna set a back row.
カードを伏せるわ
Set another back row.
カードをセット
And a third back row. The trifecta is here. Is it top tier? Yes, it's very top tier. But Beatrice will live on.
バトル
Goes to battle phase. Beatrice gonna activate.
発動
Now Sam D attacking into Beatrice will negate the Beatrice effect for the rest of the battle phase. However, in the end phase, this will be able to activate again. So, but we decide to activate preemptively anyway. Detaching Dante. Sending to the graveyard to Skarm. Dante gonna go ahead and target.
発動
What do we have in the graveyard? We do have a Skarm. And that's the Skarm that we had sent to the graveyard previously with the Fiendish Wine Warrior turn 1. So that means that this Skarm that was just sent to the graveyard this turn is still going to be able to search. Halik.
私はターンを終了する
僕のターンゴロ
Getting out in the face.
モンスター効果
All right, now back up for burning up bits. Gonna go ahead and detach Seer, milling a Farfa.
モンスター
Seer gonna go ahead and activate, being able to special summon from the graveyard a Dante.
モンスター効果発動
Oh, looks like the score didn't update. Let me. Sometimes the program we use for
モン
scores
スターを特殊召喚
requires a little finicking around, but they are in fact 1-2. Thanks for clarifying, Renji. Been enjoying Legacy Duels. I made a Joey Red Eyes deck, and I love playing it. That's awesome. I was watching Root Trapper play last night and a little bit of Chop earlier today as well. Love at least to see that they're trying something new for fun. Alright. So I got Dante on the field. You know that there's a Torah Guide in the hand. We were able to banish temporarily the Samurai Destroyer with Farfa. Any planas? Any plan to plan? I'm glad I farmed old boxes for nice stuff.
リバースカードね速攻バトル
Alright, Buka is going to activate targeting the Dante before it could potentially go ahead and overlay into another Beatrice. We do know that there's an Alec in hand, so that would have been a definite Beatrice if they so chose to do such. Alright, Beatrice into acquisition, setting a back row, setting a monster. Going to the battle phase. We know that a Basil Rose shoot was searched,
ダイレクトアタック
but it was used as well. We don't know if there's another one face down amongst the cards currently on the field. But gonna successfully deal 2,500 direct damage.
かかっていたわ
And in the end phase of Burning Abyss's turn, Mystical Space Typhoon going to pop the bottomless trap hole. Decided not to Plana the Samurai Destroyer. Kept it instead. Interesting. In other words, I made a smoothie for the first time. What kind of smoothie? Going straight into the battle
どいて
phase.
ちょうだい
No Rudy Rose just yet. Granted, Rudy Rose would just be banishing the graveyard. Wouldn't be popping everything, but it would be getting rid of, at the very least, Farfa and Seer permanently. But can instead destroy Dante. Beatrice is going to stay on the field, since right now it's basically just a vanilla beater. 2,800 defense going to prove to be a little difficult to get over, but at the same time, Beatrice isn't really doing anything to threaten Rose Dragons either. And if this is a Ilik or any Burning Abyss set, then there's not really much that can be done right now since it'll just get popped instantly. Granted, it could be flipped up, popped. Oh, it was a Skarm, and then Torguide could be summoned afterwards. Going to go ahead and normal summon the Crane. We do know that there's a Torguide in the hand, but saving it in the meantime. This also allows us to summon back that Farfa to recycle it. However, the DD Crow off the top of the deck is going to say, no, that's enough Farfa from you. It's far from over, however, though that is a huge swing in tempo. All right. Gonna go the old classic route then. Tributing that Crane to activate enemy controller, stealing Samurai Destroyer. Do we have any traps? No traps just yet. However, Book of Moon will flip down the Samurai Destroyer to prevent it from being Econ shook, which means lethal is still not had. However, that does still allow Burning Abyss to get rid of the Samurai Destroyer. In the graveyard, there is a World Carriageway Champion. We possibly assume that this is not a plant monster. So let's see what the top deck is. Going to attack with the Destroy Sam D. And in the end phase, Skarm is going to be able to search. Once again, we know there's a Torguide. And I believe we know that there's an Alik if there's none in the graveyard. Yep, so we know the whole hand. Torguide, Alik, and now Rubik. Alright. Let's see if we could break this board before and go for a lethal playline before Burning Abyss does a lot of follow. Let's see, how many Dantes have we been through? Thus far, just one. That econ was huge, though. Even if it didn't mean lethal, just being able to force out that Book of Moon was super, super worth. Alright, does have a plant. Is it what we top decked it to? No, we had it all along. It was the Rose Girl. Or Rose Witch, rather. I'm just going to go ahead and gets into the graveyard, special summon the carrot in defense position, gonna set them back row and end their turn. He could have let Econ resolve and booked Sam D in the battle phase. Well, they only had 1,500 life points at that point, so then the Beatrice would have still been lethal, unfortunately. Alright, Torguide gonna go ahead and activate special summon a Seer from the deck. That's Seer number 2. So we saw an econ from the other player, but we don't know what limit 2s are being played here. Yeah, no problem, Steven. Yeah, because there was a previous turn where it was just like a clog board of just Beatrice poking, basically. Going to go overlay into the Break Sword. Alright. Once this gets to pop in itself, it's going to be able to go ahead and send Seer to the graveyard, which will be able to pop, allowing them to summon back that Dante. And we know that there's plenty of Burning Abyss in the hand after all those searches with Skarm. So that's going to be a guaranteed follow-up with Beatrice. Forcing out the back row while proving to still have follow-up. Going to pop the Beatrice with TTH, clearing the board, popping Beatrice as well as the Break Sword. However, there's still going to be follow-up because Seer is going to go target the Dante. Dante is going to target Seer, however. If this is a Gaia build, then this was just game off of Pierce. Well, let's see. Beatrice is going to go ahead. Oh, sorry, not target Beatrice, but rather Beatrice is going to activate to special summon Virgil. Well, this is just lethal regardless because we know that there's enough Burning Abyss in the hand. So we're going to go ahead and use Virgil to spin back the carrot weight. And if we want, we could rank up, but at this point, you know, there's nothing stopping anything from going through. But we're going to do it anyway. Send to the graveyard for Yebik to rank up at the Beatrice. Let's see, what do we target with Dante? So your target Dante. Oh wait, there was no Dante interaction because it was never sent to the graveyard. Regardless, that's game. And Burning Abyss takes it. Burning Abyss doing a lot stronger this week. Alright. Now a game for Vero. Black Titans are now 6-4. Still keeping up their lead. Every time Rose Dragons were attempting to disrupt the Burning Abyss just had something up their sleeve to be able to just change the course of tempo. I mean, that Econ forcing out the Sam D, and all you draw is back row. I'm pretty sure they had that Rose Witch the previous turn when they were forced to book their Sam D. They chose to keep it in hand and not summon the Carrot Weight, if I'm correct. I guess they felt like it wasn't necessary and they would have rather kept the card in hand. But if they did summon that Carrot Weight, I think they would have been able to keep the Sam D, and that could have at least kept them somewhat in the game. But it probably would have been a temporary solution. Granted, Farfel is gone, so there was really no way for Burning Abyss to get rid of that Sam D outside of text at that point. Yeah, GG's indeed. Alright. I'm gonna go grab myself a popsicle. Good news, everybody. I successfully found a popsicle. And the next game started. Let's get it going. Yeah, fruit punch. That's what I meant. Fruit punch popsicle. Trust. No chocolate strim. Have my energy, Felix. Everybody follow Steven Fresh. Don't follow Mango. Otherwise, you're banned. Also, Sleepy Felix, how did you just follow me? Alright, now we got Dagger up top.
いいだろう。 その自信が本物かどうか確かめてやる。
デュエル僕いでよ
Alright, summoning the Dragik. Special summoning the Seer. And be able to go ahead and overlay into Dante. Oh, fair. I got that hammer ready. I'm not afraid to use it. Steven Best mod. Actually goaded. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and detach Mill 3 Needle Sealing on top of a Skarm as well as another Dragik. Pretty cracked. Or no, Milling 2. Detaching the Dragig to Mill 2. And then sending to the graveyard Liebig to rank up into Beatrice. Nice old casting. Hug. Setting a back row. Skarm going to activate in the end phase to be able to add any level 3 Fiend monster. I'm going to add the tour guide from the Magic School Bus. This is perfect popsicle eating time. So what do we got over here? We do have Command Doom King confirmed. I mean, we saw it. You know, we have to super confirm it. We activate Dark Contact at the gate. Any type wounds of the mythical variety. And attempt to activate the Search. Successfully adding DD Dog from the deck to the hand. DD Dog is going to be able to force out an early Beatrice detach. Oh, you're too kind, Steelix. Don't worry, guys. It doesn't make sense when anyone prime subs to me. I'm like, why? Alright. DD Dog going to activate to go ahead and negate the effects of Beatrice until the end of this turn. Beatrice is going to go ahead and respond by detaching to Mill. Keeping Seer attached, we got Dante detached. Allows us to go ahead and add from the graveyard back to the hand. Decide to go for a Seer Mill. Feeling like this Beatrice is going to stay alive, and that Seer is not going to go to the graveyard. So Dante target Seer, Seer target Dante. Oh, I said the thing! Alright, so that does force the DD Dog to be popped. So we have combo with the 4 other cards in hand. It's time to get slimy, baby. Imagine having only one back row. There's this Genghis Khan. Slime gonna send its up as well as the Armageddon to summon the Flame High King Armagenghis, I meant to say. First, I'm going to activate Banishing to be able to touch summon the DD from the hand. Summon Ragnarok in defense position, which will allow him to then special summon from the graveyard and Armageddon. We do know that there is Needle Sealing in this person in the Burning Abyss player's deck. However, it will now be negated by Genghis. Overlaying into rank 8, making the Galaxy Cypher Dragon. Gonna rank up the Cypher into nothing because we're gonna first pop or rather steal. So now the only monster that could deal direct attack damage is Cypher. Yeah. going to be able to rank up that Beatrice into a Galaxy Eyes full armor dragon. Since it is Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, technically. Or Cypher Blade Dragon, rather. And they're going to be able to rank it up into another Cypher Dragon. This one's the Cypher Blade. I completely forgot that this changes their name into like a Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, and it is an Xyz monster, so you could rank it up. That shit that shit threw me off real quick. What's up, Chief? It's going pretty well. Breakthrough skill decided to save it for the Cypher Blade Dragon effect. However, it doesn't matter. Genghis is going to be able to negate it regardless, but this does get breakthrough skill in the graveyard so that in case we have a top deck of a spell card that we really need to resolve, we could use breakthrough skill to negate that Genghis afterwards. This is not lethal. Dante will be able to activate the target Skarm, adding it from the graveyard back to the hand. Only could attack directly with the Cypher Dragon. So, leaving Burning Abyss with 1,000 life points and a dream. Alright. You know, there's a tour guide from the Underworld. Currently no cards face down to have to deal with, so outside of a potential DD Crow, seems like Burning Abyss could play, and that's what they will do as they special summon the Seer in defense mode. Special summon the Skarmory as well. So currently we have a Beatrice as well as a Dante in the graveyard. Makes the Phantom Knight Breaksword. Breaksword going to go ahead and detach the pop itself, as well as one card on the opponent's side of the field. Popping the Cypher Blade. Seer was special summoned along with the Skarm, so neither will get their effects this turn. We do have a tour guide from the Underworld, allowing us to special summon from the deck. Any Rhinos? Any Fiendish? We got Fiendish Rhino Warrior, special summon onto the field. On the scene, as they say. So we dealt with one boss monster. This could help us deal with another if we use Farfa into Manplana, but we still have to deal with another boss monster still. Let's see where this gets us. Dante Overlay. Dante's going to go ahead and detach. Summon in defense mode, by the way. Now, how much are we milling here? Milling 3, sending Liebig as well as a Karma Cut and a Barbar. Alright, Fiendish Rhino Warrior is going to allow us to mill something. Possibly a Farfa. Gonna chain the Barbar. Going to start getting as much damage in as we can. 450 potentially. Benching to the Geeg as well as the Big. That's only 300 damage currently. But it is damage. Plus the 1,000 from the Dark Contract to the gate. So, we'll take what we can get, right? Then to the graveyard, the Farfa. Are we banishing the Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon? I think we're forced to in this situation, right? Going to go ahead and banish the Farfa to the Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Any Planas? Plana is here. Plana Wana. That's going to be the end of Burning Abyss's turn. So still has to deal with Dark Contract with the gate, searching for follow-up. Still has to deal with the Genghis just being a big old boy. Was not able to rank up into... Oh, it's negated anyway because of Genghis, so they don't even have to take the 1,000 damage since we don't threaten them with any back row. Was not able to go ahead and rank up into Beatrice, so right now that Dante is not really able to protect much. It's able to protect against the Genghis, but any additional monster summon with like 1,000 or more attack is going to just break this field and end the game. Gonna go ahead and... or any monster summon because that'll trigger the Genghis anyway. We go ahead and do just that, as Kepler summons to add Dark Contract and Witch from the deck to the hand. Meanwhile, Genghis will summon back to Ragnarok. Ragnarok will be able to tribute the Kepler to go ahead and manage that Dante. Tour Guide getting to the graveyard does nothing. They're going to set the Witch as well as another back row and attack for game. Unfortunately, it just wouldn't have been enough even with a Beatrice setup. Just too much power. That Cypher Blade and that Genghis setup, too strong. Dagger taking it. Keeping FHX in the war. Currently 6-5, still in Black Titan's favor. Damn, forgot the side of the Nibiru. SMH. Alright. Dagger currently 1-0. Varro currently 1-1. Let's see if Varro could gain the tempo back. Alright, this time DDDs get to go first versus Rose Dragons. Activating Dark Contract the Gate, allowing you to go ahead and add from deck to the hand a DD Swirly Boy. Genghis-Khan setup is going to be pretty cracked. Not going to lie. Not going to lie. Placing Ragnarok in the Pendulum Zone. Activating the Swirl Slime, being able to fuse off. Alright, using Thomas as well as Swirl Slime to summon the Genghis. That will allow us to trigger the effect of the Ragnarok in the Pen Zone. Being able to special summon. Attempting to special summon that Thomas. However, DD Crow is going to say limited to 1, more like limited to gone. So, that's going to force Dagger to just set a back row, and that's going to be the end of their turn. DD Crow, once again, putting so much work. Alright. Rose Dragons starting off a little slow themselves. Gonna go ahead and triple back row set. How many TTHs do we think are there? I'm gonna say we broke the rules and there's 3 TTHs set. Confirmed. Duel Links, new game alert. True, this is Duel Links 2. Electric. Fuck the metal 2. Alright. Taking 1,000, not negating, because, you know, why would we? Alright. So do we search? Do we risk being forced to negate book into TTH and summon anyway? Or do we take it slow with 2,800? We'll go ahead and add Armageddon from the deck to the hand with the gate. Activating skill, allowing him to go ahead and place Armageddon into extra deck, and Kepler from the deck into the Pendulum Zone. Gonna get the Pendulum summon. We got the Armageddon. Yo, Ragnarok, summon Slime one time. I mean, we don't want to Prod of Prosperity damage, so it wouldn't be worth it anyway. Alright, setting another back row. Going to attempt attack for 3k. Book of Moon. I wonder what's going to get chained to that. And of course, target the Genghis, which will force the Genghis to negate the Book of Moon, which will then allow Black Rose to respond with another Book of Moon. Okay, fair play, fair play. Keeping the Genghis face down, even though Armageddon is stronger because, you know, spell and trap negation is scary. Granted, they can't negate during our own turn. I think I forgot that last turn when I said that the breakthrough skill was activated to be sent to the graveyard to negate Genghis Khan's effect during the Burning Abyss player's turn, but that actually wasn't like correct at all because Genghis can only negate during the player's turn. So anyway, back down to Rose Dragon. Going to be able to activate skill now, sending Rock Rose Dragon to the graveyard to add White Rose Dragon to the hand. The normal summon the White Rose Dragon. Stop it, Glow. Stop. No you. No you. Gonna be able to go ahead and special summon that Rocks Rose. This is where I insert a joke about Called by the Grave. I get it, guys. I play Master Duel. Adding Blue Rose Dragon from the deck to the hand. Got ourselves a potential level 7 synchro, or so they thought. Activating Book of Moon to flip down the Rox Rose Dragon. Is this a Basil Rose shoot? We know there's a level 4 non-tuner, so even this is a Basil Rose shoot. That'll just leave 2 level 4s. Setting a back row. Need more of this in my life. I'm hoping. I'm hyped to finally be casting again some Duel Links. Like, I love casting Duel Links events. It's just such an interesting game compared to like casting Master Duels. Like, that game sucks. I'm still gonna stream it more than Duel Links, but fuck that game. I hate it so much. It's everything I want put into like a ball of dirt. Alright, so we got ourselves some delays. Alright, nothing happened, so that's going to be an end phase. Back up to DDDs. Our contract going to be forced to burn for 1,000 more. No negation, because Genghis is sleeping. Savant's going to pretend to have an effect. The unnegatable effect is going to be negated. Don't you just love skills? This effect cannot be negated. I just love it. It's beautiful. Leg up Genghis. Now we have a spell and trap negate. So we've seen 2 Book of Moons now. We're not sure what this back row is, but we know that it's very likely not a Treacherous Trap Hole. Is this a newly set Treacherous Trap Hole, however? I believe they top decked into that white or that Rox Rose Dragon, so I don't believe this would be a TKH, but that's only if I was paying attention correctly. Alright, going to go ahead and use the effect of DD Swirl Slime to banish special summoning from the hand a Ragnarok. And Google's retired. Can only negate their against turn. Alright, tributing the Armageddon to go ahead and banish that face down Rox Rose, stopping a lot of the recursion as well. Gonna then be able to go ahead and pendulum summon that Armageddon right back onto the field and super threatening lethal. Our contract still hasn't even searched. I activate Skillful Princess from my hand. That still puts DDDs in a pretty dominant position, admittedly. But also depends on what that back row is. They are going to go ahead and add them back to the hand in Orthros. Gonna go ahead and attack with the Armageddon, activating Basil Rose shoot to special summon that Blue Rose Dragon from the hand. I figured that this was the Basil Rose shoot and they just started with it last turn. Regardless, that was still game. True, and Dagger takes it, eliminating Vero, and officially tying this tournament for the first time since, the beginning. It's now 6-6. Stop. Look and listen to any orgies listening. The Mr. Soul Glow Activator would like to commentate, host more Duel Links tourneys. Yo, let's go. Do more commentary on live duels. I'd love to. Honestly, I prefer. Like, I'm still getting a little used to the whole figuring out how to pass the time whenever there's the delays of people just talking. I'm just like, I don't think people care about my toenails, so what do I talk about? But when it's hype, man, it's hype. The Hell Pencil Box tricks again. Limited for the second time now. Tier none. Omega, when we doing the Team Wars cast though? That's the real question. I'm trying to figure out how to make a good smoothie. Yeah, I tried to make a smoothie once through just putting random ingredients. I found out apparently you have to put more than just fruit into a smoothie. That's what you had the batting into it, Steelix. Alright, we got the next game. Dagger up top still. This time we got ourselves Venoso on the bottom. Second Jaden player of the night. 25 card deck. I will presume that this might just be heroes. English Chain Matt, you'll love to see it. Alright, check plan. Activating Card of the Soul. Adding Armageddon from the deck to the hand. Yogurt, smoked strawberries, peanut butter, and a bit of sugar. That sounds like a really good smoothie. I don't know if I lend anything to commentary, TBH. Besides the whole being interesting to watch and having a lot of knowledge of the game, both from a Duel Links and a TCG and Master Duel perspective. Nothing to add. I'm just gonna talk shit about myself because that's what we all like to do about ourselves. Yeah. I know I do that too, but when you do it, I'm gonna tell you to stop. All right, Kepler gonna go ahead and add the Witch from the deck to the hand, and also Gate's gonna activate to add the Savant Thomas and activate skill to place that Armageddon from the hand into the extra deck rather. So 3 searches this turn. A card sold to Armageddon, Gate into Thomas, and Kepler into Witch. Gonna place into the extra in the Pendulum Zone rather the Ragnarok. Its effect is negated, but we are gonna use the Pendulum Summon. Gonna get that Armageddon on the field, as well as the DD Savant Thomas. Any Coach Kings. Looks like we only got 2 level 8s. So, but that's not the end of it. As we activate the effect of Thomas, so we can go ahead and pop the Ragnarok, which will allow us to special summon from the deck another Armageddon. Any strange trainers of the Gian variety? Gian is streaming right now, so just go ahead and watch the stream instead of just listening to me make references about him the whole time. Making Coach King himself in defense mode, playing around Lightning Storm, obviously. Get it? I played Master Duels. Detaching to go ahead and draw, burn for 400 because it's a monster. Detaching to go ahead and draw to another monster, a Ragnarok. Burning for 400. Detaching to go ahead and draw, brings another monster, a dog. Wow, just straight up ripped into 3 monsters this whole time. What a guy. Making lethal next turn significantly easier now that any 2800 attack beater could achieve it. So a Genghis, a Coach King still on the field, a Galaxy Eyes, most DD monsters, or not most, but a decent chunk of relevant ones. Setting 2 back row as well, and ending their turn. Can heroes break this board? Show us the Ferris, Stratos, etc. I don't want backyard KO. Listen. It's hard getting that good KO these days. Like, you gotta be vigilant. You gotta shop early. You gotta go to them farmers markets. Stratos takes the skies. Normal summon to add a hero monster from the deck to the hand. It's unfortunate. There's a guaranteed dark contract with the Witch, and we know that there's plenty of material to discard to be able to pop with that Witch. So any fair, since the increased play is going to be super scuffed because Witch popping increase as it tributes Ferris or whatever is just going to put so much loss in value from the hero player. So instead, adds Liquid Soldier from the deck to the hand, activates Polymerization, already had it in the hand. Uses the hand, Vion, as well as the Liquid Soldier. Getting to make the Elemental Hero Sunrise, which will allow us to go ahead and add Miracle Fusion from deck to the hand, but not before begrudgingly drawing 2 and discarding 1. Magic in the deck before drawing. SMH. Delivers Kale Smoothies? That's kind of pog, actually. But yeah, that shit's expensive if you don't make it yourself. Alright, we're looking at our hand being like, really, we drew all Miracle Fusion? Hanami! Alright, discards Miracle Fusion, adds Miracle Fusion from deck to the hand, activates Miracle Fusion. Going to be able to go ahead and use their field or their banish pile. We have Liquid Soldier and Vion. Do we make double Sunrise here to maintain tempo? Imagine making absolute 0. Sag. Banishing Liquid Soldier as well as Vion to make that second Sunrise. hard right once per turn to search Miracle Fusion in case they do play 3. We've seen another hero player play 3 in this exact war. Gonna go double back row set. And now this is threatening to be able to punch through the Coach King and threaten lethal as well next turn. However, even with the Witch popping when the sun rises. That being said, Witch will be able to pop the Dark Contract with the gate. And we do know that there's a lot of cards in hand from drawing with the GN Stranger. So this duel is not quite yet over, but all things considered, considering how like scary the turn 1 from DDs was, heroes put themselves in a pretty decent position as well. So going to discard Armageddon, and oh wait, no, never mind. I forgot that it didn't matter what the Witch did, because we were going to destroy with the Sunrise effect the GN Trainer. So you needed 2 relevant back row to be able to protect from lethal, and they quite weren't able to do it. Damn! Imagine drawing 3, burning your opponent for 1200, setting 2 back row, setting up a 2800 attack monster, and still losing. Heroes OTKing like crazy. Alright. Venoso taking it. Black Titans back in the lead, 7-6. The hero always wins in the end. Honestly, I stopped playing TCG before XC there. I only picked to go back up with Duel Links. Are most people here optimistic about Links coming in Duel Links? I have no experience with actual Link summoning. So honestly, I think I like what Links add to a lot of decks in Master Duel and TCG format. I think the problem with Links is not that it's complicated. It's just the fact that it's led to so many generic Links being released that are just stupid. Like, it's just stupid. Konami, why are you so stupid? Like, some Links just should not exist. And by some, I mean a lot. But the actual like mechanic, I think, is like really interesting and adds a whole lot of complexity to the game that I believe is welcome. It's a lot more welcome than Peds. Yeah, that's definitely true. Even Peds, I think they've actually done a good job with Duel Links and how they've introduced pens. I mean, of course, this is like Faster Rule 5 pens, since the way it's summons from the yada yada yada. But anyway, we have Pendulum, speaking of. Zhangqi and Zhangku are going to go ahead and activate Spiral Flame Strike to add the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Use skill to place the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon in the extra deck, and then get them 2 Pendulum Scales. Pendulum summoning 2 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragons to then XC summon into the Volofernigis, the Darkest Dragon Doom Rider, setting a background, ending their turn. Ferris Bueller gonna go ahead and discard Viance, put some Ferris in attack position. Gonna go ahead and place in the spell trap zone. So this can pop 1 face of card in the field. So this can respond to increase effect to pop the increase to prevent a special summon of another Vion. There are still 3 cards to play with if that does happen. Normal summoning Stratos. Stratos going to force out that back row by popping. Yeah, like, Links, I think, as a mechanic is really solid. I feel like they kind of cucked themselves by, like, making the mechanic just, like, so easily accessible that even tokens can use them. Like, I feel like Links and their impact on the meta would be completely different if tokens couldn't be used for Link summons the way they can't be for XC summons. I don't know how other people feel about that, but whatever. Alright, Stratos popping the bait back row, another of the thingy thingies, the Spiral Flame Strike. Now, was that an unfortunate pop, or are we just happy we didn't give Stratos this search by prompting them to pop instead? Going to go ahead and attempt to use increases effect to special summon Tribune to the Affairs. However, Volfra is going to pop instead, which is, you know, sensible. However, we always have a miracle in store anyway. Activating Miracle Fusion that we had in hand anyway. Who needs Vion into Poly, into Sunrise, into Search, while we could just skip all those steps and go for the end game? Banishing Stratos, banishing Vion. It's time to make a Sunrise. Adding another Miracle Fusion from the deck to the hand. I'm assuming we don't play the Tornado in this variant then. I've seen the previous hero player that did play 3 Sunrise, so I assume they don't have room for the Great Tornado, unless they don't play Nova, because I have noticed that we haven't really been seeing much of metal foes in general. Setting a back row, gonna go ahead and attack, destroying the Wolf and ending their turn. Was not able to make another Sunrise because they only have 2 dark attributes, so was not able to go for the kill. I might not be playing Escorado. This is not a hard one per turn, so maybe it's they just don't have the Dark Elemental Hero Fusion in the situation, so weren't able to close out the game with that. Or maybe they felt some type of interaction from the opponent. No, they had no cards in hand. They literally just drew on their turn. So yeah, maybe just no Escorado. New question. Can Link Monster be summoned in any monster spot or only in that specific spot? So Link Monsters, if you have no Link Monster on the field, can only be summoned from your extra deck to the extra monster zone. But any follow-up Link Monsters could be summoned to a zone that that previous monster points to. So those arrows are all areas that point to where a Link Monster could be summoned to. So like ones that point down or left and right are like generally good arrows for you to make use out of depending on the situation and the deck. Link Monsters special summoned back after being properly summoned. Like let's say if you Monster Reborn a Link Monster that's properly summoned could be summoned in any zone though. They can't actually be summoned in the extra monster zone at that point. They can only be summoned in the regular zone. Escorado needs 1 E hero. Got you. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I thought it was any 2 hero monsters. So wait, are they not playing? Because I thought heroes were also playing. What's its face? Not Escorado. Vision Hero Adoration. All right. Regardless, they pass. So we're just gonna go ahead and summon Liquid Soldier. Unfortunately, Galaxy Eyes just weren't able to make much follow-up off of having their pendulum monsters being sent to the graveyard because they were overlaid instead, and having nothing in the extra deck to be able to pendulum summon, and no one card was really going to be able to fix that, unfortunately. Oh wait, no, I'm done. Never mind. So my whole but actually was wrong in both cases. They both couldn't make Escorado and Vision Hero as Adoration. Guys, whatever. All right, I play Master Duel. You can't judge me. Thanks so much for clarifying. So yeah, there was no lethal there because they weren't able to. They needed specifically either a different attribute or to be able to make a second Sunrise, or maybe like a light to make Shining. I mean, at that point they would have been able to make Sunrise regardless, but unfortunately they couldn't quite cinch it at that point, which worked out in their favor regardless. So that was, I believe, Venoso taking yet another game, putting them at 2-0, knocking out Dagger, and putting Black Titans 8-6, winning. It felt like Charlie Sheen saying that. What I meant to say, getting close to winning the entire war. Next question: can any monster be summoned to that 6 monster zone, or only a Link monster? Only an extra deck monster. So, any extra deck monster, including Link monsters. So, this includes Pendulum monsters. So, with the new Master Rule update, you can only Pendulum summon a Pendulum monster from your extra deck to a zone, to either the extra monster zone or a zone that a Link monster points to. So that's why nowadays we could only summon like 1 Pendulum monster from the extra deck. It might change if they adopt like, because I guess that's based on like TCG OCG rules. It's just we don't have a formal extra monster zone, so it just goes into whatever zone. But in like TCG OCG Master Duel, that goes specifically into like the extra monster zone. Or if you have like a Link monster and has an arrow pointing to a main monster zone, then you could Pendulum summon from the extra deck to that zone. So it keeps Pendulums more balanced because you have to have some actual setup before being able to spawn out a bunch of monsters from your extra deck that you had sent to the extra deck by searching a lot of cards with their destroy whatever effects. Alright, now we got FHX King up top. And looks like the game kind of bugged out. I believe it was an issue because as soon as I tried to load up the game, I noticed that it took a while to load. So let's see what goes on here. You could tell I'm clearly trying to say, oh, they'll probably restart because if somebody says, no, this person actually loses, and I'll seem like a dweeb. Excited for the new world, but it'll be interesting to see what they do next year for a world. I was surprised, I honestly was surprised we got Pendulum so soon, RNG. I thought we were going to get a second year of XEs, and it was going to be like a DSOD type of situation, like we were going to get like a previous mechanic getting super buffed, the way like Fusions got buffed with Invoke, and we were just going to get a year of that, and then like the next year we'd get pendulums, because it would really like help milk the mechanics too. But maybe Konami felt that wasn't enough to really garner attention, and also just felt like they were kind of making it more difficult from a game design standpoint, limiting the types of cards they could put into Duel Links, like in terms of like pendulums and eventually like monsters. So I'm glad that that's gonna increase the amount of cards. Like we no longer have to worry about cards that say Link in their card text not being able to add it, for example. And it seems like it's likely going to get added. I know Leaks had it, and plus there are news about taking away the dual quizzes. I think it's probably going to be because they're not going to make as much sense with an extra monster zone. Or, I mean, the extra monster zone probably doesn't have to necessarily change anything, but I'm assuming that's like the rationale. I wonder if over between Xyz and Pens to just enjoy Xyz more, but this is more of an all summoning type world. But this world being an all summoning type world was good enough. The meta being that too is kind of wild. So we got a heroes going first. The hero mirror match, it looks like. Going to go ahead and discard increase to summon Ferris to place an increase from the deck onto the spell trap zone to tribute the Ferris to special summon the increase, which will allow them to special summon from the deck the Vision hero Vion. Vion is going to be able to go ahead and banish on summon a hero monster. Any hero monster. It's not like Miracle Fusion, guys, alright? Sending the Liquid Soldier to the graveyard. Gonna go ahead and banish, presumably the Ferris from the graveyard to be able to search polymerization from the deck to the hand. For anyone wondering, there was no loss from the previous connection failure, so they're just redoing the duel. Disappointed about the new selection box, but I'm hoping there will be a few whales, and Konami will continue to give Duel Links players more as profits from Duel Links decreases. It's sad that it took like Master Duels making people stop caring about Duel Links and people like DK from stopping to stream the game and give it as much time that it forced them to like go and release like interesting changes. I'm glad that they did, but it's like it's sad that it's like it has to be that way where only when we're moving away that they have to drag us back in like a toxic relationship. Alright, so Strato's gonna add themselves another Liquid Soldier. Yo, any whalers? The chat? I'm putting a Dolphin on one account, but I don't know. I'm kind of scared. Not gonna lie, I'm still salty of January selection box openings. Okay. All right, going to get to make the Sunrise using themselves the Liquid Soldier as well as the increase in the hand and field. And then they're going to go ahead and add Miracle Fusion Protect in the hand. Have not used the Liquid Soldier's effect. Going to instead make a second Sunrise using Liquid Soldier as well as Vion. So they can then go ahead and draw 2 and discard 1 after thinning their deck. Yo, Carbagadon gang, rise up. I'm a reformed whale. Yeah. I like tell myself that, but I'm still doing my 99 cents and 199 SR deals to try to keep up with Duel Links on my accounts. It's not working too well, but at least I'm saving most of the money. Cup. So we get back row and ending their turn. I think it's so much glow. I hope I hope the Links will be a good addition to Duel Links. I was overhearing Rye's take on how Links will be in the beginning, and I agreed with it. Like, basically, Links are going to be anywhere near what they were when Master Duel was released. Like, Master Duel was just like, hey, here's everything up until this point. So, like, the power ceiling was ridiculous and unbalanced also. Whereas, like, in Duel Links, Konami's going to be releasing, like Rye even mentioned, like, the super scuffed Links, like the Link 3 Gaia that does nothing. Which will, of course, be annoying, but I think we will enjoy Links as we start getting more Links, specifically like archetype relevant Links, while not getting Links that just see so much generic use that it just makes the meta become so much more generic. Like, it's one thing to see like different decks using like the Galaxy Eyes package in their extra deck. It's another thing to log up to Master Duels in every game saying Mecha Fettabis Auroradon and just being mad. Wait, does Aromaseraphine want Jasmine? Wait, what? Link 3 Gaia, your card, actually true. Hero player playing Mask Change. Using it on the Stratos after Stratos adds a Ferris from deck to the hand to make Blast. Blast is going to force out that back row. Wow. Did not think we would see a Mask Change from any hero player. Is able to go ahead and reduce the Sunrise's attack by half. And then Blast is going to go ahead and allow us to pay 500 life points to bounce a back row. Forcing out the back row, it is a Buka. Book of Moon is going to go ahead and flip down that Blast. I don't think that's going to have much of an impact on that Blast, but we had to do it to him anyway. That blast is likely going to be fusion fodder now. So, field is still unclogged, so gonna go ahead and Ferris Bueller discard the Liquid Soldier. Dang. They're pogging now. As long as they don't have 2 increases in head. King is about to king this whole board. Ferris is gonna go ahead and be able to place in the spell and trap zone to increase. Increase is going to be able to go ahead and tribute that Ferris to special summon increase, allowing them to go ahead and special summon from the deck. The exact same thing that Visnoso did. Summoning the Vion, allowing them to go ahead and on summon send from the deck to the graveyard a hero monster. That being a second Liquid Soldier. Wow, the familiarity! Oh, they have 3. It's not the same. Banishing Ferris to add polymerization from the deck to the hand. So this and either of these 2 monsters is already 2 different attributes confirmed. You know there's a Liquid Soldier in hand. Polymerization is going to go ahead and activate. Going to be able to fuse. Using the increase as well as that face down blast to make Elemental Hero Sunrise. So we can potentially get 2 pops now. Adding Miracle Fusion from the deck to the hand. They'll significantly reduce Stratos' attack. And just clear the board in general. So Miracle Fusion, I believe this is threatening lethal. So Miracle Fusion going to go ahead and banish the Soldier as well as the Blast to summon another nothing. The Great Tornado. Wow. All right. We're in there. Going to be able to reduce the attack of all monsters and also controls by half, while Liquid Soldier is going to be able to draw 2, discard 1. Now, one thing to consider though is we still have to deal with double Sunrise. The good thing, however, is now Vion is going to be stronger than one of the Sunrise. So Vion could attack into Sunrise. It wasn't threatening lethal with 2 Sunrise. I forgot that this one, like, we didn't negate a Sunrise effect. It's not Burning Abyss without it. But this is going to force the... Oh, no, we're just going to go with the Sunrise instead, which is going to allow one of the Sunrises to pop. I thought we were going to go with the Vion to attack into this Sunrise to force out this Sunrise's pop, which will then allow any of these 2 bigger Elemental Hero monsters from attacking into this Sunrise. Sunrise is going to go ahead and be able to pop, protecting and destroying the Sunrise. Yeah, I feel like the play was to attack with Vion into small Sunrise first, which would destroy the Sunrise or force the Sunrise to pop Vion, which would then allow the big Elemental Heroes to pop, destroy this Vion, destroy this Sunrise, and... Oh, okay, I guess just fuck me, because we have 2 mass changes. It's Ankylicious. Wow, okay. Attacking the Stratos. Do we actually play 3 mass change? You're insane. You're actually cracked. How do you have room for this? Adding a 3rd mass change from the deck to the hand. Going to go ahead, send that Anki to the graveyard to summon that Anki yet again. And attacking directly for game. Wow. Fuck me. King taking it. Wow. All right. That's Team Wars, baby. Such a close war. Currently 8-7. 1 off. 1 up for Black Titan, rather. Goki has potential to be busted for Duel Links. That's true. The amount of resource advantage they could gain, even if just by playing generic links once they are relevant enough generic links, like Super X into another Goki, and then just make a relevant enough link 2, and just get to add 2 regardless. Pretty insane. That might be also why, like, Perpetual Fissure is being added to take into account cards being sent to the graveyard as, like, link material so that they can get into the graveyard faster. Alright, King on top. We got Venosa on the bottom still, switching to DDDs this time, going first. The thing about No World is we potentially can have some old decks make a comeback. Nami gives Weather Painters their 1 chance to shine, even temporarily. Well, Weather Painters are like kind of got some pretty good support in TCG recently. Alright, DD Savant Kepler gonna go ahead and add the Witch from the deck to the hand. Alright, adds an Armageddon from the deck to the hand.
見るがいい。さらなる進化の可能性。
Going to command that Duel Kink. The TCG support won't do much good for them there, but it's the type of thing where they would be good here. I thought there was like a period where I kept hearing a lot about Weather Painters, but admittedly that did die off relatively quick with like a lot of everything else. Alright, we'll watch the animation once. So I guess that does check out. Any Blackwing gamers yet? No, we're waiting for that Icarus attack to come through. Alright, gonna pendulum some with the Orthros into the Savant Kepler. The Armageddon, setting 2 and ending their turn. Up to King. There's Bueller, always in the hand. Gonna go ahead and discard Vion. Cope, we have another Vion in the deck. Special summon Ferris. Ferris. Bro, if that second Vion's in the hand and this increase is just there to bait out the Witch, that would be incredible. Might cut up. Oh, damn. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, you should be so scuffed today. We know one of these cards has to be a Witch because that boy searched. Increase. Going to attempt to increase the board presence by tributing the Ferris. However, it will not because increase. If there's not a second Vion in hand, then I'm going to say that Vion discard might have been a bad idea, unless there's just 3 techs in the hand. Alright, Armageddon boosted by Witch as well for the opponent's turn only. Show me that Vion. Show me that bait and switch, etc. Come on. Show it to me. Show me the second Vion. Normal has not been summoned yet. The second Vion is here! And it is top tier! Milling on summon, the Ferris. Going to be able to banish the Ferris to add from the deck to the hand a polymerization. Let's go! I knew they had 2 in hand. They had to! There was no way they were just discarding Vion if they didn't have 2 in hand. Polymerization gonna go ahead and activate. Gonna be able to go and fuse using Vion. Do we have a different attribute in the hand to make this board super, super dank and possibly threaten lethal? Has the Liquid Soldier in hand. Uses both Stratos and Liquid Soldier, keeping the Vion on the field. Sunrise is going to be able to search, not before Liquid Soldier, of course, says no thinning before drawing. Drawing 2, discarding 1, and then searching a Miracle Fusion therein afterwards. Discarding Stratos, adding the Miracle Fusion. Miracle Fusion going to be able to make themselves a Great Tornado to make that big boy not such a big boy. Activating Miracle Fusion, going to be able to... I'm surprised we didn't actually wait for the draw 2, discard 1 by using Miracle Fusion afterwards, since we already had Stratos. And I think we have seen this player play Great Tornado, so I would expect them to make Stratos or use Stratos and Liquid Soldier to make Great Tornado, or even use those 2 to make a second Sunrise would still allow them to draw 2 and discard 1. But I guess maybe they're saving it for a follow-up turn so they could get a draw 2, discard 1 next turn with a follow-up fusion. So I could understand that. So can use Stratos and Ferris to summon Sunrise number 2. That way, at least one Sunrise will be able to pop. So Sunrise will pop the Armageddon. Is there a trap hole of the treacherous assortment in the field? No traps in the graveyard thus yet. Attacking successfully for 3,300. That's game, babe. Wow. Using Ferris, place increase tribute Ferris to bait out Lich when you already had double Vion in hand. The mark of a true king. And that puts 8-8 on both teams, and it's yet again tied. All right. Each player is now in their, or each team rather has their last player on. King versus Markham. Yeah, this is literally a 1v1. Like, this has been a war right here. Yo, what's up, Tobias? What a time to wake up just in time. This war's been neck and neck. I'm seeing a lot of heroes, a lot of Rose Dragons, a decent amount of BAs, a lot of DDDs. I think those are pretty much all the decks represented. We saw one Pendulum, but they instantly got clapped. This kind of war is a long-ass war casted by Acceleration Gate. That's what I'm saying. What's the Excel cast? Something after starting off 4-1 that it's close now. Yeah, like FHX caught up 2 times now. It's been wild. All right, Markham going first with Aigami, Buds, and Happy Valentine. Thank you so much for those follows. Appreciate that. And Nibi can special summon as well. Double special summon into overlay of the Dawn's Tech in defense mode. Any Dawn Techs? Ooh, mill into TTH. The Prismatic as well. It was too spicy not to mill. No good mills, unfortunately. Gonna keep Dante on the field. The Cognac has been milled to do nothing. That's unfortunately not a very impressive turn 1 from Burning Abyss, as King starts off with the Ferris, discard Liquid Soldier to special summon, and then place in the Spell Trap Zone. The increase. Yeah, surprisingly no Metal Foes. I was like waiting for somebody to play Metal Foes, but this whole war we haven't seen it. So it's up to these last 2 players to show it off as their second deck. Alright, increases here. Special summon by tributing the Ferris. Special summoning Vion from the deck. Vion is going to be able to go ahead and send to the graveyard a hero monster, sending a second Liquid Soldier, and then going to be able to banish the Faris to be able to add the polymerization from deck to the hand. I mean, could banish any of them, but you know it's going to be Ferris, let's be honest. Adding Poly from deck to the hand. Tomias is dreaming about Guru. Tomias is dreaming about himself then, because he's my Guru. Adds Poly, but first activates Miracle Fusion using the increase as well as the Liquid Soldier first. So because we don't know if they have any other attributes besides Water and Dark. To make Sunrise, so they could then go ahead and search for Miracle Fusion, but not before getting to draw 2 and discard 1. I know I say it every time, but I'm still mad that you can't choose to add Miracle Fusion first. Konami. Discarding Faris, adding Miracle Fusion from the deck to the hand. King is usually a PK main, right? Haven't seen their second deck yet, so if that's the case, then that'll be a very spicy second deck to be able to see, considering I haven't played all war. Surprised we haven't seen PKs or Metal Foes. Those are the 2 decks that I felt would see some representation based on like what I was looking at last week. Fix your chain link order match. Boy, Choppa is actually streaming right now. I think he's playing some Dyslexia duels. But yeah, Steven has been playing in Team Worlds. Been clapping there. Tomias is doing both. He's crazy. I'm barely matching it either. Dumb that likes dumb archetypes that are bad. No, you're a wonderful person that likes to have fun, and that's wonderful. Alright, currently this is looking like game. However, Liebig will be able to special summon a monster from the hand potentially. It doesn't seem like... I'm going to assume that there's no Burning Abyss monster in the hand, considering the fact that we didn't rank up into a Beatrice, but there might be like a White Princess in the hand, but we'll see. Sunrise is going to attack, triggering the other Sunrise to go ahead and pop. Dante is going to go ahead and be able to target the Barbar. Adding it back to the hand, no Liebig effect, as we presumed, considering the fact that there was no rank up. That probably also means there was nothing to discard, because I feel like Barbar, or rather ranking up, would have been optimal in that situation, considering how bad the mills were. So, does have the White Princess as expected. However, White Princess will still leave us taking a lot of damage, but will prevent us from taking lethal. We have 1 Burning Abyss monster. Topping into nothing will matter, because Mask change is here, and it is top tier. All this time, I thought heroes were dropping mask change permanently, but King is out here saying, no, 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 no. Battle phase quick plays are the way, and that is lethal. King officially taking the lead for FHX for the first time this war, bringing the score 9-8 in FHX's favor. King currently on a 3-0 sweep. Is this going to be the last duel of the war, or do we have a 9-9 final? Grand finals sneaking on up all of us. Thanks so much for the hydration, Pablo. Miss you too, bud. Just got back to the Duel Links. Oh, I appreciate that. I hope all has been well. I hope like getting back to it has been good. Any particular deck you're trying to make? Oh, I forgot to be professional. Yeah, professional streamer. All right. Let's see what that last deck from Black Titans is going to be. What's going to be the deck to save them all? If it's vampires, then we're ending stream and declaring Black Titans the winners. Yashiro Vader Wendo. Go Mech Knights though. Dark One no more. Going second one. Alright, we are going to be playing with Aster. Is this Destiny Heroes or is this playing Master Fusion or something else? Aster gonna go first on the bottom. Ferris Bueller is here. This is looking like Master of Fusion. Gonna go ahead and set to the graveyard increase to summon Ferris. I don't know if Aster has Draw Sense Wind. I think Alexis does, but I'm not sure if Aster has it. I don't think Aster does. I could be wrong about that. Going to tribute the Ferris to summon that increase from the spell and trap zone to then special summon from the deck to Vion. Vion's going to be able to go ahead and send from the deck to the graveyard the Liquid Soldier, banishing the increase to add polymerization from the deck to the hand. Man, Ferris Bueller broken. Normal summon Stratos, the 2-card God Hand. Getting to add a Liquid Soldier from the deck to the hand. Gonna go ahead and activate the polymerization. That was searched by Vion. To then fusion off the increase as well as the Liquid Soldier, summoning the Sunriser. Sunrise is going to go ahead and search. Liquid Soldier is going to chain. I'm surprised because we have 2 Liquid Soldiers, so I thought we would go and possibly search for a Miracle Fusion first and then use that Miracle Fusion to fuse off Vion and Liquid Soldier to something else and then draw 2, discard 1 after thinning. Discards another Liquid Soldier, unless they don't plan to fuse in this situation. In which case, nope, they are planning to fuse, so does go for the Miracle Fusion. Drawson's Dark. Really, for Drawson's Dark, I feel like Drawson's Dark isn't as good for Aster just because there's too many targets for it. Oh, you mean just in general they have Drawson's Dark. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sorry, I added nothing to this conversation besides incorrectness. Alright, does go for the second Sunrise and passes with no back row. Yeah, I don't know if people disagree, but I feel like you banish, if you're planning to make the 2 Sunrise setup anyway, I think you wait for the Liquid Soldier effect until after going for the Miracle Fusion banish. So hero player that goes first loses, right? Is that still how it works? I mean, if the second player starts with Bueller, then probably bring it one time. Yo, imagine bring it same turn 1 play, Cosmic Cyclone on increase, then tribute all 3 Sunrises into Plasma for game. Probably Heroes we're trying to get 2 to 3 Sunrise. Honestly, Heroes is such a solid deck to start with. And if you have like all the previous support from before you like stop playing, then it's relatively accessible with just like 2 Sunrise being enough, I think, to make a really competent deck. These would have follow Kuda. Alright, so we got the Vion. Sent to the graveyard, Liquid Soldier, going to be able to manage Faris Dweller. So that we can then go ahead and add polymerization from deck to the hand. It's Master Fusion, yeah, that's what I figured, because that's the only skill that makes sense here. Alright, polymerization, gonna go ahead and activate. Gonna use Liquid Soldier in the hand. No Strato summon yet. Alright, Sunrise gonna go ahead and add a Miracle Fusion from the deck to the hand. We chaining that Liquid Soldier. Not chain that Liquid Soldier. See, this is what I'm talking about. Activate the Miracle Fusion. Gonna go ahead and, after doing the deck, be able to summon another Elemental Hero Fusion monster. presumably by banishing the Liquid Soldier as one of the materials. So I'm gonna guess this is Sunrise into, yep, Liquid Soldier banished. Uses the Vion here. I wonder if they already have Stratos in hand or are hoping to top deck into it to summon it afterwards. Liquid Soldier can allow them to draw 2, discard 1. After thinning that deck, we on that Atkins diet, baby. Discards yet another Liquid Soldier, so 2 in the graveyard now. Polymerization of the super variety. You can discard regular polymerization to go ahead and fuse off using both Sunrisers to summon Elemental Hero, The Shining. Wow. How dirty do you feel right now? Attacking into Stratos, but destroying with the other Sunrise. Is this game, or do we have a way to prevent the whiteout? Nope. Attacking 2900, and that is a war. Coming back from being behind the whole war, King takes it for the whole team, having a 4-0 sweep and letting the team win it 10-8. Well played, King. That me? Gotta be real. That was some shit. GG's. Well played. Well played. Shove that destiny up yours. Yeah, incredible war. Really was a good back and forth and a decent variety of like decks in general. Was expecting more, but I mean, like in terms of like, I was expecting certain matchups, but we had like pretty much a lot of Rose Dragon, Burning Abyss, DDD, and Heroes. Like all 4 of those were pretty decently evenly represented, I think. No Galaxy Eyes either, now that I think about it. No Galaxy Eyes, no Metal Foes, and no Phantom Knights, which is interesting. How to come up with a name for my Duel Links account. Dragon James. Sounds pretty hot, not gonna lie. Alright, but everyone, that's pretty much it. I'm not streaming Team Wars. So that's the end of the Team Wars stream. I'm trying to decide if I'm still going to stream or if I should just end it now. I'm not going to stream Duel Links, that's the thing. So I'm like, part of me just wants to go ahead and end the stream. It looks like nobody else is playing Team Wars. Gotta be, understandably, it's 2 a.m. Stay online. I know, but no, thank you so much, everybody, for coming through. But I think I want to end it on a high note. Mango Shrimp. I feel bad though. I kind of want to raid my friend. This only because they're playing Monster Hunter Rise and it's late, and it would be kind of cute to raid them now. So yeah, where you're at, never mind. I'll stream some more, but I appreciate you guys for hyping me up, and I appreciate everyone who come through for the raid and for everyone for just being homies. Can't wait to stream some more, and y'all are the absolute best. Like there's just nothing beats a Duel Links cast. Like Master Duels, I prefer playing it, but man, I say it all the time, I fucking hate watching it, and Duel Links is just way funner. Alright. Thank you, everybody. We're going to go ahead and raid a real-life friend of mine. He's playing Monster Hunter Sunbreak, so I know we got a bunch of lurkers here, and that's okay. But if anyone wants to say anything, you could spam, I don't know if I have any follower emotes. I don't think I actually have follower emotes, so just spam whatever you want to be sensible about it. Exactly. Duel Links community, Master Duel community, 100%. I mean, I think that's just like the nature of having a community that's such a particular pocket. It's like just big enough that it has enough of a community to be able to keep like competitive scenes relevant, but not too big that it feels so disconnected. And like even a lot of the competitive scene in Master Duels, I feel like is pretty disconnected, where a lot of different types of tournaments or different tournaments rather, are different from each other. So there isn't as much consistency in terms of like the format that you might be watching. Like some people prefer following the Master Duel ladder format just because that's what Master Duel gives us, and some people prefer a side format. And we don't have like the same kind of like league situation going on as we do in like with Team Wars, for example. One last drink. I got you, Talon. Thank you so much for that follow, Patty Power. I appreciate you. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all in the Gaussian stream. Who's the other person in the Discord, by the way? Feel free to join the Discord, by the way. He's the person that you see adding everyone on Saturday.